All right, let's look at inserting images into a page. And when you insert an image, you've got an option of putting an image that sort of runs that full 450 pixel width at the I would recommend putting it at the very top. Or you've got the option of inputting narrower images that will just be inserted into the copy, and the copy will wrap around it, either flowing to the left or flowing to the right. And again, we're optimizing for that 450 pixel column under the assumption that we're going to have some type of blocks over there in the right column. And again, we can talk a little bit more about how we place those blocks here in a minute. So let's start off with inserting an image at the very top. Okay, now again, I know it's 450 pixels wide, and I want it to be at the very top of the page. So I'm simply going to put a return and put my cursor at the very top, and I'm going to go down here to Image Upload, and I'm simply going to browse for an image. Okay, again, I have a predefined image at 450 pixels. We're sizing our images ideally at a 16:9 aspect ratio, which is equivalent of what a video is going to be in widescreen at 16:9. And the reason we do that is because we have the option of plugging video into pages as well. And so in terms of if you've got media on multiple pages and people are clicking back and forth, I think having a consistent uniform size for that, so that that page doesn't really bounce back and forth between media types of different depths or different heights, I think it's going to be a little bit more consistent and a little bit more user-friendly. Certainly you have the option of cropping an image and making it deeper, but of course the deeper you size it, the more it's going to push your content down further on the page, again assuming you're putting it at the top. Okay, so I've selected this 450 pixel image. I'm going to open that. I'm going to hit the upload button, and I'm going to have a couple of different style options. Now I'm going to pick original image, which is maybe a little bit of a misnomer, or maybe not as clearly labeled as we might want, but the intent with that is that I can run it sort of full size up to 450 pixels. Okay, it's not going to have any styling, any preset styling, so that's why we really want to position it at the top or in the middle of a line break. So I've got a description here which really is for my benefit. You know, who is this, what's going on, where was it taken, when was it taken. If somebody comes back in behind you, they'll have more information. Alternate text is key for accessibility. Instead of having that file image name, which was 450px.jpg or something along those lines, we actually, for people who have a sight impairment of some sort and are using screen reading software, when they come in and use that software, it's going to read out the source code to them and read out the content of the page. Well, if there's no alternate text field assigned to that image, it's just going to read out the file path and the file name for that image, 300 or 450px.jpg, which is not going to mean anything. So we want to put something descriptive. It's Golden Eagle Welcome Week. Students are at the Rock, etc., etc. Title is going to be just a small piece of text that when you hover over that image, it's going to appear. So let's do that real quick. I'm just going to abbreviate for the sake of time with the video. And I'm going to insert that, and wherever I've left my cursor is where that image is going to show up. Okay, and then let's save that, and let's see how that looks then on the public side. Okay. And this is kind of a good example of why we might want to be logged in on one browser and logged out on another. I'm going to switch over here real quick where I'm logged out. And now if I scroll down, I can actually see I've got my page header, I've got my image, and it looks like I might have an extra space there. Maybe I didn't need to have that when I inserted. I've got my block, and then I've got my content here.